RNN, the FBI on Monday raided the office of Michael Cohen, President Donald Trump's personal attorney. The New York Times reported that agents seized records related to several areas of interest to the Bureau. One of those areas is Cohen's alleged role in paying $130,000 in hush money to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. The money was paid to Daniels, whose legal name is Stephanie Clifford, during the closing days of the 2016 presidential campaign to keep her quiet on what she said was an affair with Trump in 2006. The Wall Street Journal reported that agents also searched Cohen's home in the Manhattan hotel room where he's staying. Early Monday evening, Trump blasted the raid on Cohen's office, telling a pool of reporters he sees it as an attack on his presidency. "So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys," Trump said. "It's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt. It's an attack on our country. It's an attack on what we all stand for. So when I saw this and heard this, I said, that is really now in a whole new level of unfairness." Trump also denounced special counsel Robert Mueller and Mueller's team, calling them the most conflicted group of people I have ever seen. He also expressed disappointment in Attorney General Jeff Sessions for recusing himself from the Russia probe, calling Sessions' decision a terrible mistake for the country, really a sad situation when you look at what's happened, Trump said. "Many people have said, you should fire Mueller. Again, they found nothing. And in finding nothing, that's a big statement." Trump also said investigators should focus more on Hillary Clinton's emails, saying, "They're not looking at the other side." The raid on Monday doesn't appear directly connected with Mueller's probe into possible collusion between the Russian government and members of Trump's campaign to sway the presidential election. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan, however, obtained their search warrant after receiving a referral from Mueller, based on information his team had uncovered, the Times reported. Mueller would have had to discuss with Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, who is overseeing the Russia probe, whether to refer the information related to Cohen to a different jurisdiction. Mueller's office would have to discuss with the Attorney General whether to keep an investigation under the special counsel's office or to refer it to a different jurisdiction. Because Attorney General Jeff Sessions recused himself from oversight of the investigation, Rosenstein would then presumably decide which investigative team moves forward. A source briefed on the search told The Times that investigators were looking for evidence related to areas beside the Stormy Daniels payment, and that agents seized emails, tax documents and business records. Washington Post reported that Cohen is being investigated for possible wire fraud, bank fraud and campaign finance violations, according to sources familiar with the case. Agents took Cohen's computer and phone from his office, along with financial records and tax returns, the Post reported. Stephen Ryan, Cohen's lawyer, confirmed the raid on his client's office. Today the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York executed a series of search warrants and seized the privileged communications between my client, Michael Cohen, and his clients. Ryan said, "I have been advised by federal prosecutors that the New York action is, in part, a referral by the Office of Special Counsel Robert Mueller." Ryan called the search completely inappropriate and unnecessary. He said Cohen has been cooperating with authorities investigating Russian election meddling, turning over thousands of documents to Congress. Cohen admitted earlier this year to setting up a limited liability company in 2016 to pay Clifford. Trump answered questions about the alleged affair for the first time last week. He denied any knowledge of a payment by Cohen to Clifford. He referred further questions on the topic to Cohen. "Michael is my attorney? You'll have to ask Michael," Trump said. The White House has denied the alleged affair. Cohen has maintained that he made the payment to Clifford on his own, without Trump's involvement or knowledge. Michael Avenatti, Clifford's lawyer, tweeted on the FBI raid, writing, "An enormous amount of misplaced faith has been placed on Michael Cohen's shoulders. See below and review my comments and predictions last week on CNN and MSNBC. An enormous amount of misplaced faith has been placed on MC's shoulders emo. If he does not hold up, this could end very, very badly for DJT and others." Raids Cohen offices https://t.co/ixby. Michael Avenatti, at Michael Avenatti, April 9, 2018. Avenatti tweeted again Monday night, praising his client for withstanding death threats, turmoil and personal attacks. "The AMT of courage and fortitude that my client at Stormy Daniels and her family have shown over the last 6 weeks has been remarkable. It takes special people to withstand death threats, turmoil and personal attacks, all in the interest of a search for the truth." He also offered a substantial reward for information that would help identify the man, with reward money likely coming from a crowd-sourced legal fund. Clifford claimed in a recent 60 Minutes interview that an unknown man approached her and her young daughter in a Las Vegas parking lot in 2011 and threatened Clifford to keep quiet on Trump. Avenatti has suggested that the man was involved with Trump or with a Trump organization. After the 60 Minutes interview, Cohen demanded that Clifford publicly apologize to Trump for suggesting his involvement in intimidating her. Clifford then filed a revised federal lawsuit accusing Cohen of defamation. Avenatti has been trying to get Trump to speak about the affair under oath. His most recent effort to depose Trump was on Sunday, when he refiled a motion in federal court for a jury trial on depositions from Trump and Clifford. Copyright 2018 Raycom News Network. All rights reserved.